Alright you guys, so this video was supposed to come out about a month ago, but I ran into a couple issues with shipping and some technical difficulties. So I'm currently filming the intro and outro to this video while I am in Florida on vacation with my family. So today we're going to be talking about Glossier. And the clips of me putting the makeup on were actually filmed about 3 weeks ago when I was in Missouri, but I'm filming the audio today, so let's get into it. So Glossier is a company that, to me, seemed like it just kind of came onto the scene recently, but it looks like it's been around since 2010. It was started by a woman named Emily Weiss, and it started as a blog called Into the Gloss. So now it's a super successful makeup company that kind of targets women who are looking for that kind of dewy, natural look, which is something that I'm super into, so I have been really wanting to try it. The only issue is that it is a little bit expensive, especially for someone like me who is still in college and is on a pretty tight budget. So I waited until there was a sale. It doesn't look like they do too many sales during the year, but this one was around Cyber Monday and they had a 20% off sale. So I ended up ordering the Haloscope Highlight, Boy Brow in Blonde, Generation G in Cake, Generation G in Crush, 2 of the Cloud Paint blushes, one in Puff and one in Beam, and 2 of the Lid Star duos, one in Slip and one in Cub. So the thing that I was most excited to get was the Haloscope Highlight, and unfortunately that was also the product that I was the most disappointed by, and we'll get into that here in a second. But first I just want to start out with the shipping difficulties that I experienced. So I ordered all of these products on November 23rd and they came in on the 29th. So that's a pretty normal like shipping time, but I was missing one of the Generation G lipsticks, specifically the one in Crush, which was the one I was the most excited to get. So I went onto their website to see if there was a telephone number that I could call to contact a customer service representative and see if I could get that lipstick sent to me, and they don't have any numbers that I could see. They only provided an email address. So that made me a little nervous because I don't feel like, obviously when you call a phone number somebody has to pick up and answer. With an email someone may not get to you for God knows how long, so I was a little stressed about that. But I emailed them on the 29th. I let them know that I had received everything in my order. You know, the box was fine, everything was fine. The only thing that was missing was the lipstick. And within 30 minutes I got a response. So that was awesome. She said that she was so sorry about the mix-up and that she would get the lipstick in the mail immediately. So that lipstick ended up arriving to me on December 4th, I believe. So it was pretty quick. It was around the same amount of time as the first one. That was a little bit of a bummer to get that a little later, but I was super impressed with how quickly they responded, and I don't think they could have done any better. I loved that they got back to me so quickly and they got that lipstick in the mail right away. So that was awesome. That did unfortunately delay the premiere of this video by a little bit, but that's okay. It worked out. So yeah, overall the shipping experience was pretty pleasant. You know, I didn't have too many issues with it. The box it came in was very sturdy, and each of them came in the little pink bubble wrap case that I'll show you here in a second. And I love that case. I use it now for like all my makeup stuff. And the cool thing is, since that one lipstick came late, it came in a separate pink bubble wrap case. So now I have 2 of them. So that's kind of the bomb. It also came with some little sparkly stickers that were super cute. So now I'll just get into kind of like my thoughts on the products while you guys watch me put them on back in Missouri. So here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off with my least favorite product, which was the Haloscope Highlight, which is a bummer. I really wanted to love this product because I love that like natural glazed donut kind of highlight look where it just looks like you just like came out of the pool and you're like the Little Mermaid or something. Like it's just like, I love it, okay? This highlight, it gives that to you, kind of, but it also kind of disrupted some of my foundation underneath. And it was very sticky. I didn't like that it felt like I had something on my cheekbones, whereas most highlights, like, they dry down if you're using a liquid one. So that, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Also, like, it's kind of expensive for what it is. It's $22 for that Haloscope highlight, and for it to not really be that much of like anything was just kind of a letdown a little bit. I hated the stickiness, and honestly, I get the exact same effect by using a little bit of this CeraVe, it's like a white petrolatum jelly stuff on my, basically it's Vaseline. Basically you could put some Vaseline like on the tops of your cheekbones and you get that like wet look that's not super, you know, in your face metallic. So that was a bummer. I will not be repurchasing the Haloscope highlight for that reason, because I definitely think that I can get some better highlights for way less than $22. And one example of a better highlight that you can get for less than $22 is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo. I have this one in Halo Goodbye, and it is also a liquid highlighter. It's cruelty free, which is kind of cool. Pretty sure it was only a couple dollars, and dries down, like there's no stickiness, and it's like way more, you know, like you could put just a teeny tiny bit on, get kind of that like glazed look, or you could really build it up for this like metallic shine. So I definitely prefer this one, or just using my like Vaseline type stuff on my cheekbones, and I think I'll stick to those for now. So moving on to actually my favorite product of the bunch, which was also the one that I was least excited about, so that's interesting, but it's the Boy Brow. I don't do a whole lot with my eyebrows. I have also kind of a strange hair color that's somewhere in between blonde and red, so it's usually pretty difficult for me to find a brow product that matches my hair color and doesn't look way too ashy or way too dark. So the Boy Brow in blonde is awesome. Like, just absolutely awesome. It's not chunky. I love how tiny the brush is because it's able to just get in there. I'm wearing it right now. My brows just look really natural. They kind of have this like little feathered look to them, just a little bit. Keeps them in place all day. I know that they have a darker color and a clear color, but I prefer the blonde because it gives me a little something something, since my eyebrows are already like basically clear because I'm kind of a redhead. I've got the like clear eyebrow, clear eyelashes thing. I don't know. Yeah, for anybody else out there who is maybe kind of my complexion, I think that the Boy Brow in blonde would be wonderful for you as well. Yeah, that one really surprised me. I have like very thin eyebrows, so a lot of the like gel brushes are freaking, they're so long. And so then you just have this like giant woolly worm caterpillar above your eye, and it looks ridiculous. So I will definitely be purchasing Boy Brow again, which is surprising. I did not think that I would love this so much. It was $16, so it's a little bit more reasonable, and yeah, I love it. Okay, so moving on to another one of my favorites, we have the Generation G lipsticks. I've got Crush, which is a little bit of like a berry tone, kind of a pink, and then we have Cake, which is like a nudie brown color. So those two lipsticks are $18, and they are awesome. And I don't know, okay, I don't know if other people have this issue, because I watch beauty gurus and they use this dark, amazing lip, and they just like never get it on their teeth. I don't know if like the way I smile just like pushes my upper lip against my teeth. I kind of have buck teeth, so, but I always get lipstick on my teeth. Oh. Okay, let's get this done. I don't know where I just left off. My grandpa got a convertible and my sister was driving it, so I had to go check that out, but oh shit. Okay. They are not a liquid lipstick, but they don't get on my teeth, which is super nice. And I think it's just because they're not like the most pigmented thing in the whole wide world, but they're very comfortable, kind of a lip balmy feel, but you get some color, you know, they're really, really nice. I don't know if they would show up as well on darker skin tones or not. Obviously, I'm only going off of mine, and I'm pretty pale, so most things show up on someone who is like toothpaste colored. In my book, I think they're wonderful. I loved both of those colors. I actually ended up liking Cake more than Crush, the kind of brownie one, but they're both wonderful. I liked the balm kind of a feel, and they didn't get on my teeth, which is like the biggest thing for me as a buck-toothed individual. Yeah, so I would purchase these again. $18 is pretty steep, but I think that these are gonna last me for a while, and I'll probably just wait until they go on sale again for like Cyber Monday like this time, because 20% off is a pretty good deal for these. Okay, so that brings me to another favorite, which are the Cloud Paint blushes. I got one in a very, very light, like bubblegum pink, and it's called Puff. And then I got one that is much more orangey and corally, and that is called Beam. Both of them are wonderful. They are super, super pigmented. It was $30 for the duo, so it'd be like 15 bucks each. And they're gonna last me for like the rest of my life, because you basically just go and then it covers like your entire cheek. So they are wonderful. They wear pretty much all day. I'll show you what my makeup looks like, because I have been wearing this all day, and I actually went on a 1.5 mile long walk, and then I golfed and I walked the course. So that was like a 1.5 hour long walking endeavor, and it's pretty hot out here. So I'll show you what everything looks like in a minute, but I will definitely purchase those again if I run out, because they kind of give like a little dewy glow to your cheeks. They stay on all day, and they're wonderful. I think my favorite color for myself is Puff, the like lighter one, but the coral is nice too. I just think it would work on someone who's just slightly like deeper skin toned than me, which is like 90% of the population. So that is the Cloud Paint duos. Finally, we have the Lidstar duos. I got Slip, which is a very, very light, like, I don't even, it's like champagne-y pink. And then I got Cub, which is almost more of a like coppery pink. It's a little deeper. Slip is not my favorite. It's pretty. It's not super pigmented, so I don't know that I would purchase that. Honestly, I don't think I would purchase either of these again, but if I were going to purchase one, it would be Cub. It's a slightly deeper pink. It shows up a little bit better. That's the one I'm wearing all over my eye right now, which you can't see because there are shadows, but I'll show you here in a minute. This was $30 for both of them, so about 15 each. And they are great because they don't wear off very quickly. So I have hooded eyes, and usually I get this massive crease line in my eyeshadow without a primer, and I haven't really noticed that with these, which is wonderful. But I feel like they're kind of steep for what they are. I was expecting more of a gloss. Okay, so some kind of shiny, glossy thing, kind of like you see on a lot of their models. In reality, it's, for me anyway, it seems more cream to powder. Like you put it on and it looks like you just put on a pink powder eyeshadow, which I could get with any eyeshadow anywhere. I have almost the exact same shade in a lot of my ColourPop palettes that are like 12 bucks for like 10 shades. So I don't think I'll be purchasing either of those again. They're just a little steep for me, and they didn't provide me with that glossy look that I was going for. They are very sheer, which I like, so I like them a little bit better than, say, like the Stila Glitter and Glow kind of a thing. But they're not glossy. I kind of wanted something glossy, almost like an eye gloss, and these just didn't give that effect to me personally. So that is the rundown of everything. Just to recap real quick, I don't really care for the Lidstars or the Haloscope Highlight, but I am in love with the lipsticks, the Cloud Paint blushes, and the Boy Brow. So I will probably be repurchasing those 3 items. I would love to try some more things from Glossier, because I do know that they have some really neat like skincare things and foundations and things such as that. So I will keep you guys posted if I ever do that again, and let's go take a look at what my makeup looks like after a long day of exercising. All right, it's recording now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It is super bright, so Emily, what do you think? My sister's here, my little sister. She's gonna tell us what she thinks of the makeup. So today I'm wearing something called Lidstar. It's like a liquid eyeshadow. So do you think that that looks good?
Yeah.
After all day of wearing it, I went on about a 1.5 mile long walk, and then I played 9 holes walking. So do you think that it looks good? It doesn't look like it's creased a whole lot.
I think there's light creasing, but it's something that you can't really notice. For being a liquid eyeshadow and doing everything that you did, I think it stayed on pretty well.
Okay, so the next thing I'm wearing is an eyebrow gel in blonde. What do you think of that?
I like it actually a lot.
I really like it too, because Emily has the same hair color that I do. It's like a strawberry blonde, and it can be really difficult, as I said in the video, but it can be really difficult to find something that's not too warm or too dark for us. So I really like this eyebrow stuff. It's got like a really tiny wand, so it fits
I
like my tiny eyebrows too. The other thing that I'm wearing blushes from them as well. It's the one in Beam, so it's the coral one. Can you tell that I have blush on?
I can definitely tell you have blush on.
Is it too much? This is the deeper one, and I thought that it was a little deep for my skin tone.
Yeah.
It's kind of an orange.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... I think it almost kind of makes you look a little sunburned.
A little sunburned?
Yeah, but it's not bad.
But it's really pigmented still? Okay, so after all day, the blush is really pigmented, which is great, but I don't think that Beam is my color. Honestly, if I had to repurchase and I was going to do the duo, I think I would just get both of them in Puff, because I am so pale. So I'm pretty sure that's it. What do you think of my highlight? That's not from this company. That's from Wet n Wild, and it was only a couple dollars. Can you tell that I'm wearing highlight?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really pretty.
I like that highlight better than Glossier's highlight for sure. But okay, thank you, Emily.
No problem.
All right, so that is it. Hold on, let me just give you a little bit better of a look at everything. Also show you my 5 hit. Alright, so overall I really liked this brand, and I will definitely be purchasing a couple different items from them again. There are certain ones like the highlight that I don't think I will be, because I can get the exact same effect for much cheaper with Vaseline or with Wet n Wild. But yeah, I encourage you guys to check it out. Their customer service is awesome. So if you have an issue like I did with something not arriving or arriving damaged, they are very quick to reply and help you out. And that is it. So I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.